Whoops. And I won't back down. Alright, I gotta fix this YouTube chat. I might just do it in a second. I'll land at the next airport and start messing with it. It's just too big and in the wrong place, and you know. But it's fine. It kind of like goes opaque when I don't look at it, but when I look at it, it activates. I'm talking about the window for Open Kneeboard, by the way, if I wasn't clear. You guys can't see that, but I can, and that's how I see the YouTube chat. It's visible on the 2D screen, but not in VR, so you need another program to display it in VR. Open Kneeboard does that for me, and very recently, I don't know when they updated it, but the old version I had didn't work with DirectX 12 games. They would always crash, and then they updated it, and it seems like it works now, so so that's good. And it's free, so we like that. Okay, I'm at a 30% headroom on my helicopter here, so we're doing well. Only 8.8 gigabytes of VRAM being used, and we're locked at 30 frames a second. Everything seems great. Looks good. And plenty of headroom. 34% headroom for a second there. That's great. I'm at 33% headroom right now. It seems external cameras give you a little bit extra headroom, which is weird because that's when artifacts happen and whatever, when you're panning around. But I mean, I'm still at like 26 to 30% headroom, 31% inside, and then when you go outside it jumps up to like, it's about the same. Alright. But Open Kneeboard nor the music I have playing in the background seem to be affecting any kind of CPU or GPUs, which makes sense. I mean, they're very small programs, lightweight. Absolutely no stutters so far. So, I mean, it plays great with the OpenXR toolkit and the mod and all that. Alright, we're gonna land right here at NOS and just do some adjustments on the Open Kneeboard window placement that is all jacked up and screwy. Well, it's not all jacked up and screwy, but it's too big and it's in the wrong place, so. So we'll, I adjusted it for Microsoft Flight Sim yesterday, but I couldn't get it exactly where I wanted it and how big I wanted it, so I'm going to do that now. Tried it with I want to get it to a place where I can use it for both Assetto Corsa and Microsoft Flight Sim. So only 22%, 23% on GPU right now at low altitude at an airport. So we're doing well. Alright. Let's get this, let's at least try to get this working right, or displaying the right way. Of course I have this guy blocking everything. Let's make it, shit. We're gonna need to make this bigger so I can see everything. Apologies for doing this on stream, but it needs to be done. Maybe if I full screen my streaming window, that'd be nice. Alright, so right here I think is where they made those changes for positioning, size, independent. Okay. Width limits. I think that's already, yeah, it's not letting me change that at all. Fuck, where did it go? Height limit. Okay, we can do that. Center now. Vertical distance from eye level. Mm-hmm. This is dumb. I can't seem to change the size of it for some reason. Why is it so fucking big? I don't think I can change the size of it from here, which would be great. Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. Okay, let's do this first. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Alright, so we'll just keep it at a... Change the attribute by looking button, blah blah blah. Mouse button, button, profiles, moving, tint and brightness, drawing, minimum pins, text, what size? That's huge. Alright, small. Hmm. Alright. That's gonna have to do for now. Because I'm getting a little annoyed. Alright. That's gonna have to be it. Go. That's what happens when you don't reset your trim. Bustin' makes me feel good. I'm listening to Ghostbusters right now. Mm, 31% headroom. Pretty good. Starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and airplanes. Does not a rain. The end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. I feel fine. Alright, so I was having these weird rotor sounds yesterday from the 125, and today they seem okay, but yesterday it sounded like the rotors in the external view. I was like underwater or something. It was like weird reverb and stuff happening, but it seems to be fine today. I do suspect Asobo was doing something on their server side, because I was getting a lot of weirdness yesterday, and it was, and then it disappeared, and then it came back, and then it disappeared again, and today everything seems okay. My GPU headroom is well over 25%, VRAM around 9 gigabytes, which is around 50-60%, so that's great. Each other on the wind, you know, because they got no place to go. I'm asking him to change his ways. Also, I hope my music isn't coming through on the stream. I think it should be fine. Got it all separated out in OBS. Turn on the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Okay, we're 1,800 feet at 110 knots, it looks like, around there. You want to make the world a better place? Take a look at yourself and make the change. A good thing about Open Kneeboard is whenever I use the mouse in the cockpit, I have to manually switch to the YouTube chat when I'm done, because I can't use my mouse on either window without disabling one. So what's good about it is I get to place the mouse somewhere that it doesn't interfere with the stream, or like right in the middle of the fucking window. It keeps me mindful of that, for the stream purposes anyway. Ah, another 125. See if we can fly with this guy. A little bit more power. Going 20 knots. He disappeared, of course. I'm pretty sure bugs don't fly at 1,400 feet. But, oh, there he is. Say what you want, don't games with my affection. This guy sucks. Fine. Yeah, this guy's horrible. What's he trying to do? Is he just trying to land? Boing, boing, boing. Oh, God. Uh-oh. What's he doing? What is this guy doing? Because I love you. You didn't make it. I made it. Look at this guy. Just failing. Failing left and right, this dude. Ouch. You never ever worry, and you never should. Yeah, you suck, dude. Pray, pray every day. Alright. Fuck that guy. That guy sucks. Can't have a tandem flight with a poor ass pilot. Watch out for landing airplanes. Why do I have to watch out for landing airplanes? I'm in the middle of the bay. Airplanes generally don't land on water. Generally. I mean, there are some that do, but why am I watching out for them in the middle of San Francisco Bay? Stay under 300. What are you talking about, man? I'm more concerned about that guy behind me. He has no idea how to fly a helicopter. He's just been crashing left and right, spinning around. Okay, buddy. While I appreciate the chat interaction, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Yeah, no, not these days, not right now. Well, is that? Are you talking about? Are you talking about the Black Hawk and airliner crash? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know what their call signs were or anything, but yeah, yeah, that was unfortunate for sure. Apparently, there was a Delta airliner that went down today in Toronto that flipped, like was upside down in all the videos I saw. Roger that, angry penguin. Yeah, 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 yeah. The Delta flight in Toronto. Look it up. It was upside down in the videos that I saw, while people were being evacuated, and there were fire trucks there. It didn't look like it had its wings. It was crazy. I don't know, man. Maybe too many sim pilots are becoming real pilots. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope not. I didn't see the casualty count or anything, but that's great if nobody died. Yeah, yeah. I don't know either, man, but certain things we have no control over, you know? Man, this sim is running freaking well. I have a RTX 4080. The processor is a 5800 X3D. Yeah, yeah, I'm using DLSS 4 and OpenXR, and the OpenXR toolkit mod, which really kicks up the smoothness and everything. It's actually pretty great. And if you set it up correctly, you don't lose any FOV. And I'm using an HP Reverb G2 headset. Believe it or not, it looks a lot crisper and cleaner in the headset. I'm only using a 1080p capture card, so there's that, and it's only at 60 hertz. So you're getting 60 frames a second, and I'm getting like 90 pretty solidly, and everything is beautiful. Yeah, not too far off, although I mean, the 3090 Ti is 30% slower than my card. So if you have a 3080, it's going to be, you're probably not going to get the same resolution I am, but you can definitely adjust that to fit your needs. But I've seen people with 3080s getting, HP Reverb G2 is my headset. I've seen people with 3080s getting really good performance so in VR, so but again, albeit probably at a lower resolution. I'm super sampling a little bit. I'm at like 104% of the headset resolution right now. But it's smooth as silk. You know, whatever the video is showing you, definitely there's some stutteriness in the video, but that's not being displayed in my headset at all. It's like running perfectly smoothly. It's actually running the best it's ever run before. with the OpenXR Toolkit mod. Highly recommend that. Plus OpenXR, because it's just the best VR implementation so far for me anyway. Roger that. Good luck with that, man. Hopefully it works out for you. But yeah, I'm having fantastic performance. Like in the city right now, it's smooth as silk. Like I could even, you know, like I haven't had one stutter since I started my flight. Like it's smooth as silk right now, and very little artifacting, if any. Like I don't see any right now. The only time I see any real artifacting is when I'm external and I pan my camera like this. That's when I see some, but it's not so bad. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. Yeah, it's fun. Especially when you can get a solid frame rate, you know, and nothing's jittery or hiccuping or stuttering. Then it's so much more realistic. Oh, I might have hit my tail right there, but whatever. I have some scenery installed for this city, but a lot of it is just the photogrammetry, default photogrammetry. Most of the scenery stuff is those skyscrapers up there, but most of this other stuff down here is just photogrammetry. But DLSS4 is the real game changer, man. It just makes everything so much clearer. And less artifacts, of course, which is nice. And, you know, honestly, 2024 has given me better performance than 2020 ever did in VR. And I got pretty good performance in VR in 2020. It's just 2024 is just native VR, you know, so it's a big difference. Now, if they could just add a little motion smoothing to the mirror, it'd be great. Yeah, 2020 is good for VR now, but it's not great. 2024 is much better because it's native, you know, they didn't tack it on, it came with it. And it was designed with VR in mind. Yeah, the game mirrors are always the worst, but it's a little bit better on Oculus headsets because they have that built-in motion smoothing in the mirror. But the HP Reverb just does a raw video image, so you do get you don't get the benefits of like motion reprojection or anything. But it looks good still, you know. It's still, you know, it's a decent representation of what I'm getting in my headset, all the lower resolution and whatever. Let me take a look at the mirror right now. Yeah, it's shakier than what's going on in my headset for sure. Can I use any type of frame gen? Well, no, frame generation doesn't work in VR. But motion reprojection slash asynchronous space warp, which is basically the same thing for Oculus, that works really well now. I mean, I'm running 30 frames a second in the headset with 2 more frames artificially produced by motion reprojection, and it's basically giving me 90 frames a second in the headset. And in the headset, it really does feel like 90 frames. It's super smooth. But when I start talking and stuff and the headset moves slightly, it creates all those jitters in the video, so. But right now, you know, I'm running OBS, albeit I'm running OBS on a separate streaming computer, so it doesn't really affect the performance of the game. But I'm running music right now. Oh, right on. Cool. So it should be running at 60 frames a second from my video capture card to my streaming computer, and then OBS captures that. But I'm also running, you know, music in the background, plus this open kneeboard that I'm using to see YouTube chat in the headset, because I can't see it using OpenXR unless you use a very specific type of software. So open kneeboard is working well. I have music running, I have the game running, I have VR running, and everything is just chilling. And with 2020, it was not like that. It was not like that at all. Yeah, yeah. The 5090 is going to be a pain in the ass. The 50 series for a while, but from what I heard, they're going to have a lot of stock soon, so we'll see. But I'm not even bothered. I'm not trying to upgrade. Like, you know, I'm good. Like, especially with the way the sim is running now, I don't need an upgrade. It looks great. It fucking plays great. You know, outside of the Asobo bugs in the game, I was on the beta for a while, and it was great for the first 2 beta updates, and then the third one was horrible, and I went off the beta. So I'm back to the release version, but the alpha version, and it still has some bugs for sure. There are definitely things that don't work well. Career mode sucks for me. It always crashes, but free flight and all the stuff that I used to do in yeah. For sure, for sure. But, you know, honestly, the 40 series, 4080s and 4090s right now are doing a great job with 2024. Yeah, I don't need a 5080 or a 5090 I mean, judging by what I'm experiencing now in VR. And this is only in the last couple of weeks that performance has gotten really, really good. A lot of it has to do with DLSS4, a lot of it has to do with the OpenXR toolkit, but also a lot of it has to do with the updates Microsoft has been, or Asobo has been doing. So, you know, it just keeps getting better and better, and now it's running pretty flawlessly in VR. So I'm not gonna, I don't need to upgrade. I'm not gonna spend another $1,000, $2,000 just to get like maybe 10 more frames a second, which isn't really gonna help me out that much, you know? Like, this was super smooth coming into the airport, landing. Like nothing, no stutters whatsoever in my flight today. Yeah, for sure. Like, and that's what I'm doing. I have a 5080, a 4080. I'm skipping the next generation. I don't need it. And all my other VR games and all my other games, this card fucking absolutely crushes. Assetto Corsa, I'm running max settings at a super high resolution, and it works great. Cyberpunk in VR runs awesome. Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, it's a good upgrade for that, but it's still way too expensive, man. I would get a 5080 like that. It's more reasonable priced, and it's still a beastly card, you know, like. And that's what I did with this well, my generation of current generation is, you know, like I didn't want to spend that much money on a 4090. Also, they were basically, unavailable at the time, and I got this on release day, the 4080 rather. I got on release day. The 4090s weren't available anywhere, but the 4080s were. So I got one of these, and I've been happy with it, man. It's been great. Yeah, it's not as powerful, but it absolutely crushes every game I throw at it right now. So I'm not sweating it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is faster. It's not as fast as the 4080 Super. It's faster. It's much faster. But it's not but you're not going to get any real performance differences. You might get about, again, another 10% in VR, but why bother at that point? Yeah, yeah. Well, hang in there, wait a couple months. Uh, Apparently, they have a bunch of parts that they need to use NVIDIA, and they can't use it for what they bought them for, so they're going to use them for the 5090, and they should have a lot of stock in the next few months. So hang out, wait for it, don't worry about it. And from what I hear, all the fucking 5090s are, they're melting cables and shit, and there's a lot of problems with them right now, so I wouldn't sweat it. Just stick with your 3080, it'll be fine, dude. For now. But for me, yeah, I'm chilling. I'm not complaining about any. I could actually fly jets in VR for the first time now, which I've never been able to do because of the OpenXR toolkit and DLSS4. Now I can fly, an F-35, no problem. I can fly the F-14 from India Foxtrot Echo, and in 2020 I had to lower my settings way down, and in 2024 I'm running it at the same resolution and settings that I run everything else. So again, I'm chilling, and it's working better than it ever has. So yeah. And the 50 series has been fairly disappointing so far as I can tell. What kind of headset do you have? There's not only is there a new mod for the OpenXR toolkit, it adds so many more features for performance that it's so good. Yeah, yeah. The HTC Vive was great at the time, but it is definitely low resolution now. I mean, the Reverb was one of the first 4K headsets, and the Reverb G2, like, outside of the cables, I've had to replace the cables a few times, like literally 3 times, and they were expensive. But other than that, the headset itself is great. Like, it performs well, it's high resolution, and throughout maybe the 2-3 years that I've had it, I've learned how to, like, tweak the shit out of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're out there, they're just, they cost like $1 bazillion. Yeah, yeah. I actually have a friend. Right. I have a friend who has the G2, the Reverb G2, and he upgraded to the Quest 3, right? And he has a 4090, and he plays this game. And he was curious because he was watching my stream, and he's like, yo, everything looks really good. What resolution are you running, all that? I gave him all my settings and did exactly what I did to get my headset running really well with this game. And he plugged in his G2, he used all my settings, and he was like, dude, this runs so much smoother than any other headset, than the Quest 3 even. It looks about the same. He's like, I can't tell any real difference in visual quality except for, it's a little blurrier on the peripheral of the lenses because, you know, the Quest has the pancake lenses, so it's a lot clearer outside of the sweet spot, right? But he was just so impressed with my settings. He was like, "Yo, if I had these settings before I bought the Quest 3, I would totally keep using the G2." So, yeah. And I've used the Quest 3 with 2024, and I can't justify spending another $500-600 on a new headset just to get clearer peripheral vision. You know what I mean? Because honestly, it's running a lot better on my G2 than it does on the Quest 3. Not to say that the Quest 3 doesn't run well. It does. It's just a lot of people just jumped on the bandwagon when Windows Mixed Reality isn't supported anymore in Windows 11. But I'm using Windows 11. I'm just not upgrading to 24H2. That's all. And it's been working great. Exactly. A lot of these headsets aren't that much better than what we already have, you know? And the Pimax, yeah, it's clearer, but it's not that much clearer. I've used one and I've seen it and I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's not worth me spending fucking another $1,000 on. Not even close, you know, like I'm having pretty flawless and clear performance right now. Like what am I don't need to spend that money. Like there's no reason. So until something really really like is a game changer, which nothing is, I'm not upgrading. Yeah, this is a helicopter. I'm flying the 125. Here you go. Okay, but not, you know, still not a game changer, you know? I was going to end my flight a little while ago, but I'm enjoying the chat. I'll fly around for a little bit more. Yeah, the waiting game, for sure. It's a pain. And then when something does come out and it's popular, you can't find it anywhere for a decent price because our fucking society sucks. Scalpers and all that, and bots and shit. Fucking bullshit. And, you know, the regular average gamer gets screwed. Oh, no, you're not holding me up. I'll kill it whenever I want to. I'm actually having a good time flying around. Like I said, performance is great. It looks great. You know, why shouldn't I fly around? That sucks, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, we've been talking about performance and new headsets and new hardware, and it's just such a fucking pain in the ass, or it's just way too expensive right now, you know, like to upgrade. Exactly, man. Everything runs well, but in order to get, you know, good performance, you got to spend some money, man, and it's a pain in the ass. That's why a lot of people choose consoles, man, because they're cheaper. They just work out of the box. You know, you're gonna fuck with them. I get it. Oh, I'm in New York City, man. Yeah, exactly. Even if you have the money, you're still screwed because you can't find them. Yeah, then the cable melts, or you'll run into software issues or whatever, you know? Yeah. It's it's a pain in the ass, bro. I get it. Let's get a little bit of light. Oh no, let's go crazy. Get you guys back up. Yeah, yeah. It's a wild year so far, huh? Oh no, let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, I feel the same, man. We need new representation and basically a new government, but the government system right now is just a pain in the ass and stupid. Yeah, yeah, it's all you can do, man. It's all you can do is stay optimistic, bro. A 2010 laptop that can run 60 frames a second? Get out of here. I have a 2018 laptop that runs that has a GTX 1070 in it, and I've never even attempted to play Flight Sim in it, even in 2D. But in 2D, I would imagine I would get decent frame rates in it. But in VR, I wouldn't even attempt it. I have 2020, yeah. I've uninstalled it since 2024 started working really well. It looks better, it runs better. It's it's just better for me. Like I know a lot of people have issues with it, but the benefits of 2024 outweigh the bugs of 2020 for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've never played Metro, so I don't know. But ooh, I got stutters here, right there. That's probably just the game or the something just happening, with the sim loading in something. But that was my first stutter since I took off, like literally. It's been super smooth. Yeah, but again, my 4080 crushes everything I've thrown at it, except for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I got good performance, decent performance, but with a lot of help from third-party software and tweaking and endless amounts of fucking optimization. But since I got all that done already when I installed 2024, it worked pretty well. And then I did a little bit more tweaking, and then they came out with some updates, and then DLSS 4 has definitely helped, and now it's great. Yeah, I actually upgraded from a 3070 to the 4080, uh, which was, in hindsight, a good move. But while I did it, I was like, am I really just going to upgrade every single year? you know, every year. And I'm like, I'm going to skip the next generation. And I'm glad, I'm glad I went with the 40 series. Because the 3070 was underpowered anyway. 3080 was good. The 3090 was fantastic, but the 3070 underpowered. VRAM was like 8 gigabytes or something, which is bullshit. But yeah, when I got the 4080, it was like a game changer for me. Yeah, you have to, man. You can't spend $1,000 or $1,500 every year on that shit. I mean, you could. but it's stupid. Yeah, I think 2024 uses less resources. DLSS4 combined with 2024 uses less VRAM. Plus, if you use, again, use the OpenXR toolkit, you can squeeze out all the performance you need. Uh, Lowering your resolution, of course. Like you're not going to be able to run it as high as I can, but you're still going to be getting a really good experience, I think, with the 3080. I know a few people with 3080s, and I do group flights with them, and they've gotten their shit running pretty well. Like, wait, there's another stutter. So 2 stutters so far in about an hour's worth of flying. And where I'm getting these stutters is like out here in the middle of nowhere. Like I was flying around the city and it was absolutely perfect. And then I'm flying here in the rural coastal area and I got a couple stutters. But I think those stutters are just basically loading in, whatever area I'm in now, streaming it in. Yeah, yeah. There are there's something called lossless. Uh, you can get it from Steam, and it does frame gen for any RTX card, and even GTX cards. I think you'll get varying levels of performance, but you can get frame generation. Oh yeah, there you go, there you go. So you know about it. Yeah, it doesn't work in VR, so it doesn't work for me. I only fly in VR, like exclusively. So it doesn't work for me, but then again, I don't need it. But for lower end cards or older cards, it's great for 2D. I'm actually putting a second GPU in my current rig, told me over in a second. Oh, there you go. That works out for you. I would save my money on that second GPU unless you already have it, but like I wouldn't buy anything right now. If I have a 3080 and up and a decent CPU and a decent headset, I wouldn't buy anything right now. But then again, like I said, 3080 and up. So that doesn't include a 4060, that doesn't include a 3070. But if a 3080 is a good card, it's a great card. It was a fantastic card when it came out, and it's still a strong card now. It's just, certain games are going to make it sweat for sure, but you can still get decent performance to very good performance out of it. I wouldn't upgrade anything above a 3080 and above. Yeah. Not right now, for sure. It'd be a waste. Unless you have endless amounts of money, in which case you can do whatever the fuck you want, but most people don't have endless amounts of money. Yeah, man. Do what you need to do. Treat yourself. But, again, like whatever I'm saying right now, take everything with a grain of salt. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's needs are different. Everybody has different levels of satisfactory performance as well. Because I watch some YouTubers or people posting videos of Microsoft Flight Sim or Assetto Corsa, and they are getting crap performance, but they're happy with it, and they keep posting their videos, and I'm like, ew. Like, I would not be happy with that, but they are, and maybe some people would look at my videos or sit in my chair and look at my headset and performance and being like, whatever, so it's all subjective. But I think there's a base minimum of performance that I like and need. and I'm getting more than that from, my hardware and software right now. So I'm happy. It could always be better, but then again, it could always definitely be worse. And I feel like I'm getting the better end of the performance spectrum for sure. Roger that. It's always good to hear other people's perspectives for sure. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. 60 frames per second, but if they're unevenly spaced, those frames, or if they're unevenly the timing on the frame generation is uneven, yeah, you're gonna get choppiness even if you're at 60 frames a second. Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to think of something that. Yeah, the OpenXR toolkit could help you with the space timing, with the timing of the frame pacing. Because that's what it's done for me. I'm running, again, 30 frames a second with motion reprojection, and the motion reprojection prior was unevenly spaced, so you would get a hell of a lot more stutters. Now they're very evenly spaced, so I'm getting very smooth performance with very minimal stuttering. Like honestly, no stuttering. I had two stutters, and I've been flying around for all day, and I'm not getting any artifacting right now, even flying fast and low to the ground. All the trees look sharp, and there's no weirdness, no ghosting, none of that bullshit. Yeah, the OpenXR toolkit has a new mod that came out. So the person that developed it, he doesn't support it anymore, and he's not putting out any more updates for it. But the modding community said, you know what? Some guy in the modding community was like, he had the skills and the know-how to mod the OpenXR toolkit. Now, the mod was originally made for racing games, for racing sims, but it works fantastic for Microsoft Flight Sim. It basically changes your FOV and cropping of what you're seeing, and then you can stretch it out to fit your lenses. And if you do it the right way, you can get a whole bunch of extra VRAM, and your GPU usage will be a lot less because you're showing less pixels. But what's happening is you're eliminating the pixels that you don't see anyway, just because of how the cropping works natively in these headsets. So he's eliminating all that unused, unseen parts of the image. You eliminate it, and then you adjust your screens, your lenses to fit the new image. And if you do it right, you get higher quality with less usage. So he already worked for Asobo, the guy who created the toolkit. He was working for Asobo, and he was working on OpenXR implementation for VR in Microsoft 2020. So I don't know what happened to him after that, but he designed the toolkit to work alongside Microsoft Flight Sim. It wasn't official, but he was just a talented programmer or coder who does his own thing, and he was like, you know what, I can make OpenXR better, and he did, and now this modder has taken over. Maybe. But yeah, his software was a game changer for me in 2020 and in 2024 now, with the new version. The version you're looking for, if you're gonna go look for the download, is 135. It's version 1.3.5, and it's called the OHNE Speed Mod. OHNE Speed, SPEED mod. And he's a sim racer, and he modded the OpenXR toolkit. And the official last version of the OpenXR toolkit was version 1.3.2, and he's upgraded it since then to 1.3.5. So yeah, if you're going to look for it, that's what you're looking for. And there's a couple of tutorials on how to install it and how to use it on YouTube. by the guy who's actually created it. So, like, you know, he knows what he's talking about. Alright, I'm going to actually land it now because I am starving. I'm going to just land it right here in this field. But it was great talking to you guys, man. Like and subscribe would help me out for sure. And then you'll get notices whenever I'm streaming, or if you want to join me for a flight, you're more than welcome. I fly around with some group flight guys, and I also do a lot of my own flying, and then, you know, like I just join up with people on Discord and stuff. So, yeah, roger that. Yeah, this looks like a good place to land. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous this is. And I don't even have like all high or ultra settings. A lot of them I set to low, or I used to set shadows to off, but now I have enough headroom for shadowing, so I have shadows on now. Look at how gorgeous. Alright, man. Have a good one, guys. I'm out of here.